Okay, thank you guys so much. We are so excited to be here to represent both Miami University and the Gamma Chi chapter of Alpha Kappa Psi at the Seek the Peak event. My name is Meg Goldberg, and I'm originally from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I'm a sophomore finance major with a marketing minor, and I'm an incoming consultant analyst at Crow.
And hi, everyone. My name is Kyle Ward. I am a junior finance major from Dayton, Ohio, currently the president of EBC, and I will be interning at Bain & Company in Chicago this summer.
During this presentation, we will be focusing on Eastbridge Consultancy and how it incorporates so many of the aspects that we love within AKPsi, including brotherhood, service, unity, and knowledge. These were the elements that Eastbridge Consultancy's founders wanted to bring to this organization so that it would be prosperous for years to come. And that is exactly what they did. Eastbridge Consultancy is Miami University's elite student-run consulting firm dedicated to providing clients with sustainable solutions to complex business problems. We work with a wide array of clients, from Fortune 100 companies to startups and everywhere in between. And ultimately, members explore potential careers in consulting and gain transferable skills that offer value in any field.
So a quick overview of some things we're going to cover. We'll start with the foundation and the organizational structure of our firm, and then we'll move into our client acquisition process and a few project highlights, and then we'll open up for questions, which I think is going to be the end of everyone's presentations. So yeah, let's get started with the foundation. Our firm was founded in 2014, and we've been operational for all 7 years since then. Throughout these 7 years, we've successfully completed over 20 projects and have had 49 graduates ranging from 14 different majors. We've also been fortunate enough to have a total of 10 McKinsey, Bain, and BCG internships and full-time offers. So although we are a management consulting firm, our members also go elsewhere. So while we have graduates who go to companies like Bain, McKinsey, Deloitte, Accenture, the typical consulting firms, we also have those who enter the finance world via companies like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs.
Next, we're going to head into the organizational structure of Eastbridge Consultancy. Although EBC is distinguished separately from AKPsi, there are a few elements that are important to highlight regarding its intersection with AKPsi. First, EBC is only offered to the brothers of AKPsi. However, that does not mean that they are guaranteed admittance into the organization, but it does mean that they are the only people who are allowed to apply. EBC's interview process consists of both a case and a behavioral section similar to how a consulting firm would operate. Next, there is an overlap between EBC and AKPsi's finances and the grants that our university offers. During a non-COVID year, EBC members would get the opportunity to travel to client sites and present to CEOs, so it was important for that to be allocated into our budget, along with other data collection services such as Qualtrics or any other expenses deemed essential. In order to keep all brothers up to date on what EBC is doing, we conduct EBC updates at chapter so that it encourages brothers to apply and so that it allows everyone the opportunity to learn about EBC's various ventures throughout the year. Lastly, during our pledge process, we have our pledges work on a case competition with Bain and a local nonprofit, and we think that it is vital for them to have mentors to guide them throughout this journey. We have advisors that consist of senior members of EBC to help them with the consulting basics, including storyboarding, slide deck design, and all other aspects that result in a successful client presentation. Regarding the organizational structure of EBC itself, similar to AKPsi's executive board, EBC has one as well. This is consisted of Executive Vice President, Vice President of Corporate Relations, Vice President of Internal Education, and Vice President of Alumni Relations, as well as EBC's President. This board oversees the firm and is responsible for its growth.
So as president of the firm, my primary responsibility is really just to ensure that the firm is heading in the right direction, both strategically and operationally. I meet with the rest of the exec board to create high-level initiatives with specific goals in mind. And then I also lead the weekly firm meetings, and we'll have to enforce disciplinary measures when they become necessary. The EVP is the president's right-hand person. So Josh, who's our current EVP, is constantly in contact with me. We're creating slide decks, brainstorming new ideas, and they're also in charge of maintaining our firm LinkedIn and website. And then they also track and analyze some data and KPIs in order to discover some firm-wide insights. And then the VP of Corporate Relations' primary and really the most crucial role is to garner high quality, diverse projects for each semester. Along with that, they're also responsible for creating the statements of work to go along with those projects. And then finally, they champion organizing careers in consulting. That's an event that EBC puts on that gives all of Farmer access to top tier firms via panels and coffee chats that is coming up here just in a couple of weeks.
Next, the VP of Internal Education leads a team of new consultants on their 9-week onboarding process, somewhat similar to an AKPsi pledge process. This leadership role helps the consultants develop analytical and critical thinking skills, which are critical in consulting, and they also conduct weekly meetings with case practice, interview prep, and firm processes. And lastly, the VP of Alumni Relations curates the EBC Alumni newsletter, which is biannual, similar to our project schedule, arranges guest alumni speakers, and organizes topic ideas. Make sure the EBC alumni database is up to date with locations of alumni, companies where they're currently at, and so much more. And then lastly, just overall serves as a liaison between the alumni and firm members. We do have a bunch of other roles that are worth highlighting, though. Although the EBC Exec Board is a large leadership role, we think of our project managers as just as important. There is one per project, and they are responsible for making sure each team member stays on track, and that they are to ensure that they can provide the best possible solution for the client. They are also responsible for interfacing with the CEO consistently. Next, auditors are upperclassmen who check in on our project managers twice before they have their final presentation to the clients, and these people have been through various projects, so they provide valuable feedback and insight to the project managers to evaluate their project from a holistic lens. Our senior mentors are seniors who help our new EBC members throughout their onboarding process. Once decided who gets into EBC, they immediately get a senior mentor to guide them. Whether they want someone to run through a case with them, chat about their professional development, or learn more about all things EBC, their senior mentor serves each of those roles for them. They also really help them get acclimated to what it is like to be a part of the firm. Lastly, as I had mentioned previously, our case competition advisors work with our pledges throughout their pledging process. This is an important leadership role to foster a continued curiosity in consulting for these pledges and potentially new members of EBC.
Great. So now we can talk a little bit about client acquisition. So the topic of client acquisition, right? It's crucially important to maintain our high standards of operations. Luckily, we're now in a position where we are able to be sort of picky with the clients we take on. So we're able to create specific criteria for the companies that we're looking to work with. Our first step is to research potential clients and note their key characteristics, like size, industry, etc. From there, we then try to align those characteristics identified with our internal goals to kind of mate those together to discover companies that we feel would be advantageous partnerships. And then finally, the VP of Corporate Relations reaches out to that company via social media or email, depending both on the type of project and company, and also what contacts we have with that person. So currently shown is our Pitchbook. This is something that we share with all potential clients that we reach out to. It's very holistic, and it covers everything from our firm structure, methodology, past projects, next steps, really anything you could want. We want it to be thorough enough to where the potential client won't have any reservations about, how our firm works and functions, and that their only questions will relate to, like how we can work with their specific company.
After sending over a pitch book to clients, we arrange a preliminary call with the CEO to gain more information about the client's needs and if we are suited to partner with them. We also inquire about where we could help and where the company is already prospering. We are proud that we have a 100% retention rate of clients who we arrange this preliminary call with. If the client decides they want to work with us, our Director of Corporate Outreach establishes a formal statement of work which details the charge that our team will tackle throughout the duration of a project. And here is an example of a statement of work for a client that we are actually working with this semester. Next, we are going to jump in to explain a project success story so that you can grasp an example of what an EBC project consists of. We are lucky to have worked with some incredible clients. As you can see on the screen, we cover a wide array of industries, sizes, and types of companies. One notable company in the middle is Perfect Life Nutrition's Peanut Crunch, whose company appeared on Shark Tank during our project and struck a deal with Mark Cuban. Each of these companies have advanced our firm to where it is today, and we are grateful for these long-lasting relationships. One unique project in particular that I want to highlight today is Oros Apparel. Oros is an outdoor apparel brand similar to North Face that uses NASA-level technology so that its customers stay warm in extreme weather conditions and cold temperatures. This company was founded by 2 Miami University alumni in 2013, and the company's headquarters is in Portland, Oregon. Oros is a private company and PE-backed with a recent $5 million investing round in which investors from Goldman Sachs, PCT Ventures, and more have echoed the brand potential that so many, including EBC, have seen in Oros Apparel. We have been lucky enough to work with this brand on 3 separate projects, each tackling a different charge. One EBC team even got the opportunity to live like real consultants and experience a 24-hour travel day, traveling from Oxford, Ohio to Portland, Oregon, to present at Oros's headquarters to the CEOs themselves. On the right is an example slide deck deliverable that we give to each of our clients, among many other deliverables that are requested. Oros Apparel is just one example of a success story within EBC, though. Ask Cleveland Fishing Company executive who said, "It was a pleasure working with the Eastbridge consultancy team. In addition to being professional and punctual, they were instrumental in helping us form our strategy for expansion. Their high energy and good communication skills made for a fun time on the project. This company directly utilized our feedback and saw tremendous growth as a company. We owe this success to our consultants who have such a drive to make an impact, as well as those who have put in countless hours to make the firm what it is today." I know that we will be doing questions a little bit later, but in the meantime, we encourage you to check out Eastbridge Consultancy, or if you have any questions a little bit later on, feel free to contact Kyle and I. But thank you guys so much for this opportunity. And we're really looking forward to hearing more from other chapters of AKPsi. Thank you.